Hey y'all, it's CMH Mobile Notary Services. How you doing? It's CMH with CMH Mobile Notary Services. Hello. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? This is CMH with CMH Mobile Notary Services. How y'all doing on this? Y'all, it feels like a Saturday. I was just getting ready to say, how y'all doing on this Saturday? It feels like a Saturday. This has been the longest Friday ever. That's the longest Friday ever. I feel like I have just, like I've been traveling for days. That's what I feel like. I feel like I've been traveling for days. But I'm here now in front of you guys, and we are here to learn how to become a loan signing agent, LSA, notary signing agent, which you guys, it's the same thing, okay? It is the same thing, all right? So, oh, excuse me. Yeah, so that's what we're here to talk about. I am doing question and answer. Oh, looking for my phone. I'm doing question and answer, meaning we're only going to be here for an hour. We're only going to be here for an hour. So, trying to get this hair together. We're doing this little green screen thing. But anywho, yeah, so we're only going to be I'm only going to be here for an hour to do question and answer as to how you can become a loan signing agent in your state, working as an independent contractor connected with the real estate industry. Okay, so that's what we are here to talk about. And as you can see on the sign, it says you can make anywhere between $50K and $60K just working part-time. You control your own schedule. You take appointments around your own schedule. So you work when you want to work. You travel how far you want to travel. And yeah, and you get to choose who you want to work for. Okay, so that's the beauty of what we do. Okay, so that's what we are here to answer questions about. All right, so what I do over here is share with you guys the path that I took as to become a loan signing agent and to get work, okay, and whatnot. So, but today we're going to focus on one thing, and that's how do I get started, all right? Whatever questions that you guys have, let's just put them in the chat. And so, this depends on your state. So what depends on your state? Can you expound? That's what depends on your state. I can tell you that each state requirements for you to be a notary public, because you must first be a notary public within your state. And so each state's requirements for you to become a notary public can be different. Yes, ma'am, it can be. Also, your state requirement for you to be an independent contractor, a loan signing agent, can also be different. And someone just dropped down in the comments how much is the course. It depends on what course. And I sent everyone through the National Notary Association. Their website is, I have a link for their website on my website, which my website link is in the bio here on TikTok. Okay, so if you click the link in my bio, that's going to take you to my website, and on there you will see a link for the National Notary Association. Okay, and their prices vary from state to state. So I can't just say I'm in Montgomery, Alabama. That's where I am. I am in Montgomery, Alabama. So, what the National Notary Association charges us could very well differ. It may be the same, it may not be the same, but you can find out how much they would charge you in your state by going to their website. Okay? Yes, you can. The amount of money you can make, okay, it's right up here. It's part-time. Part-time. It's right above my head. Y'all can't see that? Yeah, it's right above my head. Part-time. But again, that depends on you are an independent contractor. Pretty much you are like a storefront. Okay, so these different companies are going to be hiring you to work for them. So that really depends on you. It could be less, it could be more, but it really depends on how driven you are and how you get established. Because you got to advertise, you got to get your name out there, okay, and whatnot. And, you know, it's not the easiest thing to do, but it can be done because there's a lot of people doing it, okay, like me. So, all right. If you are in a lawyer state, aka attorney state, and the reason why I did that is because I reference it on all of my stuff here over here on TikTok and my YouTube channel as attorney states. Okay. I wonder why I do that. Is that what they call it on the National Notary Association? Oh, that's not it. Hold on. I don't know why I'm always popping on without getting my act together. I've been gone all day, so I'm just trying to squeeze in an hour with you guys. Let's see. How do they say it? Yeah, that's how they say it on the National Notary Association. They call it attorney states. Yeah, so working in an attorney state, let me scroll back up here and see what you said, because they are... Okay, it depends. Okay, somebody asked the question, can it be remote? It depends on what state you are in, because not every state has authorized electronic notarization. Alabama is one of them. Okay, Alabama is one of them. Yeah, so you will have to research that. Okay, let's see. Okay, if you are in a lawyer state, it's difficult. It can be difficult, but it doesn't mean that it can't be done, because there's a lot of people that are in attorney states that is, you know, doing very well. Doing very well. Now, Alabama is not one of those. What I normally recommend that you guys do that is in an attorney state, and let me tell you what those states are. Those states are, I thought I had the right paper. What am I doing? It's on my screen. Golly, I did do that. I pulled up my stuff on my screen. I just rushed in and got in front of this thing. Okay, so we have Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Massachusetts. I know I don't say that properly, but you know what I mean. New York, South Dakota, South Carolina, Vermont, and West Virginia. Okay, so what I recommend for those who reside in attorney states, and what that means for those of you who don't know what that means that real estate property, property there within your state have to be an attorney. An attorney have to be part of that closing process. Now, take for example, me being over here in Alabama, I have closed out documents. I want to say, I know for a fact, I've done quite a few for people who reside in Alabama, but they have property over in Georgia. Okay, and I think I did one that was Massachusetts, but I know for a fact I do quite a bit with Georgia. Okay, so what happens is an attorney have to be on the phone. They have to be on the phone when I am dealing with someone who has property. They're trying to sell it, buy it, refinance it, whatever it is they're trying to do with that property that is over in that state. An attorney has to be on the phone. And I've had two different experiences with this. Okay, some attorneys, they get on the phone, they introduce themselves to me, the signer, da 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 da, and they just kind of give an overview what their purpose is, and they just turn it back over to me, and I just do my thing like I normally do and whatnot. And before he goes, he says, yeah, I'm here, I'm gonna mute the phone, so if you have any questions, just get my attention and I will answer your question or the borrower's question. But yeah, and so he'll pop back on towards the end and just do his little thing. We just say bye-bye to him and and whatnot. Now, the other way that I've experienced that is there's been attorneys that have come on the line, and of course they've introduced themselves and whatnot, and they pretty much just do the closing and whatnot. The only thing I'm doing is doing their IDs and notarizing the document. That's all I'm doing. So, yeah, I don't say anything. I don't say a darn thing. So, anywho, so every attorney probably have their own little way of doing it and whatnot, but whatever in those attorney states and whatnot, however because it's really their closing. So, however they want to handle it, it's really up to them. Okay, so this is what I normally do. I normally recommend that those people who are in an attorney state, that you guys seek out a group, a Facebook group or some kind of group. One of the little TikTokers have turned me on to Clubhouse. Y'all, I live on a rock. So, so I didn't know about Clubhouse. So I was looking for some content for you guys one day, and I ran across a post within one of my Facebook group where the young lady, she stated that the person that's a person over in Georgia that has a network group in the Clubhouse for all of you guys that want to be a loan signing agent. You're over there in Georgia. Okay, so in the Clubhouse, this one, it is called, the name of it is Georgia Network. I did a video on it. How about that? I want to say Georgia Notary Network in the Clubhouse. So, if you're part of the Clubhouse, go over there, seek her out. I think her name is Samantha. I don't know. But I did do a video on it when I found out about it and whatnot. So it's my aim to find out about all of the attorney states so that I could share their information with you guys and whatnot, because like I said, it's not that it can't be done within the attorney states. It's just that you guys have to do things differently than what we do that is not in an attorney state. Now, this is how my little mind is working. Okay, and I think my mentor, she and I was talking about this, and she's thinking the same thing, but we could be wrong. But so therefore, I'm going to say seek it out. Okay, and I mean research this. For those of you who are in an attorney state, please, 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 sir and ma'am, before you spend one red penny towards this, please seek out how they are getting their work over there in their attorney states. Okay, please do that. Okay, this is what we're thinking is happening, or the way you're going to get your work. I already gave you the example where someone over in Georgia was, a Georgia person was over here in Alabama. I can't remember. I know I've done some military people and just, just regular people who just have property over in Georgia. Okay, they now live over here, but they have rental property or whatever over in Georgia and whatnot. So I'm thinking it's going to be the same thing for you guys. You guys are probably going to have people that reside in Georgia that have property probably in Florida or Alabama or some other non-attorney state. And because that property is not there, those are going to be the people that you are going to be able to service without having an attorney, involved. But like I said, seek it out, okay? Because I don't know, for real. I'm just making assumptions, okay? All right. So if anybody find out, can y'all please come on and shoot me an email or something and let me know, hey, this is what I found out about how they're doing, what, and stuff. Because I always try to address it, because I don't want you guys to be over here and I'm telling you everything and not tell you about the roadblocks that you could come against being in an attorney state. So I try to make sure that I mention that. Okay. And so thank you for bringing it up. Okay, that was a good one right off the bat. Yeah. And I hope I answered your question. Okay, so yeah. Do you send out letters to get jobs, or do you become friends with the title companies? Okay. You're talking about getting work directly. Ooh, my hands are so. You're talking about getting work directly from the title companies. Okay. Now, when I first came on board here in Montgomery, Alabama, even though Alabama is not an attorney state, it feels like an attorney state. Okay, because when I first came on board, I did reach out to some, not a whole lot, of title companies and real estate people. I know quite a bit of them. I have quite a number of friends that are realtors and whatnot. So, but here in this area, it has been my experience that the realtors, they have their own notary. So the realtor and the mortgage people, not the realtors, but the lenders, they have their own notary. So what happens is the lender and the title company work together. So if the lender has their own notary, they don't have a need for us. Okay. Not for real. Okay. And so that has been my roadblock there. But, I'm still working full time, nonetheless, because like I said, there are people here that they go online and do their closing. I mean, apply for their either their refinance or what, with their lender and stuff. And those people utilizes the notary database, or they know about the different notary database, or they'll get on Google or Yelp or whatever, and they just say, if they're looking for a notary here in the Montgomery area, they will Google notary near Montgomery, Alabama. And most of the time they get me. Okay? Most of the time. Yeah, this is a green screen, so I'm still trying to get used to it. So, most of the time they get me. Even the little people here, this is military city. So we have a military base too, as a matter of fact, here in Montgomery, Alabama. So people are coming and going a lot. And a lot of times, I got a call just today with someone who is selling property, okay, somewhere. And I am meeting him tomorrow and going to close out his seller's package. on his behalf and whatnot. Because a lot of them, that's what they do. The lenders just send them the package and say, hey, get a notary. And when I talk to them, I let them know, hey, I do this 24 hours a day. This is my primary job. I know loan documents and whatnot. So anyway, but to answer your question, which I am answering, it's just I'm taking the loan out. It's just what I do, y'all. It's what I do. Okay. So anyway, so here for me, it didn't work that way. But maybe it will work for somebody else here in Alabama. But I didn't have in Montgomery, but I didn't have great success with that. Okay. So, but I know other notaries, as a matter of fact, there's a notary that's here that he said that he gets direct work from a title company in Auburn. And that's like 45 minutes. It depends on where in Auburn it is. So, he's got direct work from a title company up there and whatnot. But like I said, I'm not hurting for work. It did take me a little bit to get up there, to get to where I am. But I made it. Okay, I made it. I was determined to make it. But yes, I heard a video. A video. As a matter of fact, the young lady that did this, I met on TikTok, and she called out my name. She did a shout out to me, and she tagged me in it. Okay. And so what she was saying was that what you want to do is build a relationship with those people. Okay. The lenders and the title people. You want to build a relationship with them. Now, how you choose to build a relationship, just as long as you be professional about building that relationship, i.e., just go over, introduce yourself, take your business card. If you want to do a resume type, what, attach your business card to it. You can do whatever you want to do. Me, what I used to do, I used to do on Sundays, not here for this area, but just my little marketing. I would do it on Sundays. I would send out a marketing email to different companies, okay, to let them know that I am a mobile notary here in Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm just requesting to be part of their team of notaries that they utilize, when they have business here in Montgomery, Alabama. That's what I used to do, okay? And, when you first get into this, that's going to be your work. Just like when you graduated high school, you graduated college, what you got to do is find your job and stuff. It's the same thing, okay? So in this industry, you deal with the title people, the lenders, and the signing companies, okay? So the signing companies, take for example, my company, CMH Mobile Notary Services, okay, I will have the contract with the title companies and the lenders, and I will hire, you to do the job. And when that happens, that means you're not getting full fee. You're getting partial, and I might not even give you half, and that's when you see lowballing. Y'all, I had to turn that air on. So that's probably what you're hearing if you're hearing anything. So, that's the thing. And that's why your ultimate goal is to work directly, okay, for a title company or attorney or mortgage company, a lender and whatnot. So, anyway, that's how that goes. Yeah. Okay. I'm in Montgomery, Alabama. Okay. After signing up to be a notary, how do you become an agent? Okay, here on this channel, I share the path that I went. Okay, so there's several. I know that there's other companies or there's other companies that do offer organizations that do offer the loan signing course. So you first have to become a notary, and then after that you must become a loan signing agent. And the process is, I'm going to read this to you. The process is that you must be bonded. I'm trying to say why I got bound. You must be bonded. No, here in Alabama, we are bonded prior to being commissioned. So, that's, as a notary. So you, here in Alabama, it might be different for your state. So here in Alabama, you have to get your bond, and then when you go down, take it down to the probate office, you have to fill out an application. You have to pay $24, and then they didn't swear me in. I just had to renew mine, and they did not swear me in, but they did tell me that it will probably be 2 weeks before I got my commission, which, y'all, my commission expires on Monday, so that's gonna be interesting. And I still don't have my documents. Okay, so anywho, so yeah, so you have to be commissioned notary public. You have to be bonded according to Alabama. This is going to be different from state to state. Here in Alabama, you have to, of course, you need to take a loan signing agent course, and you need to pass the examination. So you have to have that document, that certification document. Okay, you have to have a background screening. And here in Alabama, the minimum E&O is $25K. Okay, it's $25K of insurance. So this is what I do. I refer everyone over to the National Notary Association because they have been around since 1957. Okay, and I believe that if they was not the first one to put together a loan signing agent course, they was one of the first. So they've been around for quite some time, and what they have done, they have researched every state, and to know what they require for you to become a notary public within your state. And then they also have put together a package for each and every one of you based off of your state and the requirements and the needs. What they did with me in Alabama does not give us an examination before they commission us. And so the NNA knows that I did not have no kind of course on being a notary, which, yes sir and yes ma'am, you need to have basic 101, notary 101. You got to have that knowledge prior to taking the loan signing agent course, because it's just, we got a lot of people in this industry that is making errors that is actually notary 101 stuff. They don't know notary 101 stuff. Okay, and so yeah. So it's causing a lot of problems here in this industry, and I'm just not going to get on my little soapbox about that. Okay, so I would advise you to head over to the National Notary Association website and find out what your state requires of you to become a notary. And then while you're there on that website, you can also find out what the fees would be, what the National Notary Association would charge you to go through their loan signing agent course. Okay, so, and like I said, the link for the National Notary Association is on my website. Okay, and that link is in my bio. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Where can we find the info? I think I just answered that. What are the job options available? Okay, tell me, okay, which package did you Child, as they say, that's been 4 years ago. I'm almost positive. I probably, because I'm crazy like that. When I decide to do something, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go big with it. So I'm almost positive. I probably did. I'm thinking I did the full package because when I got ready to take my test, I already had the study guide, that study guide book, which I'm going to start calling the study guide plus, because the book itself is more than just, it provides you with more than just the study guide material. It provides you with information that you're going to need as you be out there in the field working as a loan signing agent. So that's the reason why in the videos on my over here on TikTok, I think that's the best way to say it. Over here on TikTok, you will see me pushing that book a lot because it's more than just a study guide. It has information in it that is going to be helpful to you after you become certified and start working in the field. All right, I skipped on somebody. What are the job options? Okay, can you expound on that? I can tell you what we do. What we do is we're connected to the mortgage finance industry. Okay, and so therefore, this is what we do. They email us the documents. Once we get hired by them, they will email you a confirmation email that confirms what your fee is for that particular package, loan package. Okay, so you would then they will email you the documents. You will have to print those out from your home. Okay, which is why you would need a printer, and they prefer a laser printer with a dual tray. Okay, and whatnot. So, but if you can't afford a dual tray, just get one with a single tray and use legal paper only. I'm gonna be in trouble. Yeah, I am. Legal size paper only, and you can't double. You can't print the documents double sided. You cannot. That's a no in this business. So anyway, so you will print those documents out and take them to the person, either to their home or wherever they have agreed to do this. Okay. And then once you're finished, you're either going to scan those documents back, or you're going to scan them back. But sometimes they require that you do scan backs, and sometimes they don't. Okay, so you're either going to scan them back, wait for them to tell you to go mail them, or you're going to finish the closing and you're just going to go mail them back to them. Okay, and then your job is done. Okay, so we deal with refinances, we deal with purchase, people that are buying homes, that are selling homes. We deal with loan modifications. We deal with HELOC. I mean, any kind of real estate mortgage documents. That's what we close out. Now, this is what I do. Okay, being a loan signing agent is it's my primary job. But what I also do is I take calls here in my county, okay, for people who want documents notarized. So I work as a hired notary public, and I also work as a loan signing agent, okay. So as a hired notary public, I could get called here in the city to notarize bill of sales, some kind of affidavits. I go to the prison, I go to the jail, I go to the hospital, I go to the nursing home, and so on. I go to people's homes, because some folks just can't drive, or they're bedbound or housebound or for whatever the reason, they would just prefer you to come to them and whatnot. So that's, so I do that. I work that around my loan signing appointments. Okay, so my loan signing appointments take priority over that stuff, and I do have a backup notary here in Montgomery when I can't get to something. Okay, so that's how I do it. I don't know how you do it, but that's how I do it. Okay, all right. So let's go on. So the other thing too is that when you start putting your name on those in those notary databases, other people also know about those databases as well, and they will reach out to you to do something for them. So I've had people find me through those databases, and they go, hey, this is a loan job. Okay, that you don't have to notarize anything and don't have anything to do with loan documents, but what we want to know is, are you willing to help us out with this? And so I've had people call me, and they have offered me to go take pictures of nursing homes and houses and whatnot. My phone has been paid in full probably 3 or 4 times just from doing those little odd jobs, or just taking my cell phone, going snapping some pictures, uploading them, and sending them to them, and we just wave bye and they send me a check in the mail. Okay, just different little odd jobs like that. I mean, they just come out of the woodwork and find you. And so if I do something and I find out, hey, this is too much. This is too much for the little money that they're paying me and whatnot, I'll go ahead and do it that time. But afterwards, I'm like, don't call me no more. Like, please don't call me, because that was just, no. No, that was just way too much. So there again, you can say, hey, yeah, I don't mind doing that, or what, yeah, and stuff. So, and guys, there is so many documents that I found out when I became a notary and started advertising my business, that there's so much that needs to be notarized. You will be surprised. Some notaries tap into a resource. Well, not, I shouldn't say a resource. They tap into a field, that they find, hey, I'm making more money and it's less work and hassle than doing this little loan signing stuff. That I'm making pretty good with this, and I'm getting a lot of work and whatnot. I remember running across one lady where she was doing a lot of what do they call it? Some kind of permit. I think they called them permit runners and whatnot. And I looked into that, and I thought about doing it, and I was like, ain't no way, Jose, I'm gonna be standing in line down at the courthouse. Ain't no way, Jose, I'm going downtown. Downtown is a hot mess, okay? Trying to find a parking space and all the Nah, y'all can have that. And I'm gonna tell you, I went to a closing one time, and the guy that I was doing the closing with, he told me a little story too. Whatever it was that he did, I still can't figure out what it was he did. But he said, yeah, once so often throughout the year, maybe quarterly or once a year or whatever, their company needs a particular document notarized. And he said, there's a young lady here in Montgomery that sets up shop. This is pre-COVID, okay? That sets up shop at one of the Burger Kings. And he said there'd be a line wrapped around the corner, okay? Because she had put an ad in, I want to say on Craigslist or somewhere. And everybody knew to meet her there at the Burger King from this time to that time, and she was making $30 a pop. Okay, she had tapped into something, and that's what she did. Can you imagine? And I'm talking, he said there would be a line forever every time she set up shop at the Burger King. Okay, and I was like, wow, don't ask me what the form is. I have no idea, because I'm there to do a closing, so I was like listening and one listening, but I thought that was pretty amazing. So some kind of way she found out about it. And there's a lot of little documents like that, and it's different from state to state. It's just like over in, let me think, where is that girl? One of my mentors, she's over in the Carolinas. I can't remember which one, but she says she gets the bulk of her business, what we call general notary work. Okay, she gets the bulk of her business by doing titles, because over there they have to have all their car titles notarized. Well, they don't do that over here in Alabama, okay? But one thing that they did do in Alabama was anybody that want to be married, they now have made them fill out a form online, their marriage certificate, and they have to find a notary to notarize that thing. Now, I do quite a bit of those. Okay? So, every state has their little thing. You just have to find it. And, you'll be pumping with business like crazy. I'm telling you, sometimes I'll be like, I don't feel like it today, y'all. I just don't. Because I leave my house like I did today. And I feel like I've been working for like 3 days. I was like, are we ever going to get out of Friday? Golly. I've been gone from my house since this morning. This is crazy. All right, so I think I answered your thing. Do you join their membership? Well, if you are going to take their... I'm going to answer this, but I'm not really sure how it goes, okay? If you're going to take their loan signing certification course, I believe that you have to be a member, okay? And I think it's lumped in the price, because I don't recall paying anything extra to be a member. I really don't. But you can call them and ask them any questions about becoming a loan signing agent and whatnot, anything, and they'll answer it whether you are a member or not. Okay? All right. So let's scroll on up. What are the risks, if any, associated with being a loan signing agent? What are the risks? Okay, the risks, first of all, you need to stay in your little notary lane. And y'all hear me, I don't know if, y'all probably first time on my little TikTok page or whatever, whatever this is, channel or whatever, and stuff. But I harp on this all the time. You are the notary, okay? And I don't care, I think I addressed this when this lady was, I think it was just yesterday, this lady was saying that she has 15 years in financial management and water. But look, when you come over here, you didn't put in for an independent contractor finance management. You signed up to be loan signing agent, which is just a notary. Okay, and whatnot. So you have to learn to stay in your little notary lane, because if you get to that closing and you try to interpret numbers and try to tell these little people, hold on, I got a closing tomorrow, and I was reading. Is it on here? Or is it? It's over here. I printed it out. No, that's not it. Hold on. Yeah, so you have to learn how to stay in your lane, because if you get to that closing table and you decide that you want to try to answer how the loan officer in the title company came up with these figures, okay, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble, okay, because they already throw us under the bus about every little thing. Okay, every little thing. Okay, so you don't need to be doing something that is going to cause them to throw you under the bus, and you probably going to be the only one under that bus. Okay, because they always looking for a scapegoat for something. For something. Okay, so I encourage you guys to stay in your little notary lane. You have two jobs, okay, and I don't care what nobody tell you. You got two jobs, okay. Your job is to confirm that those people are who they say they are, and two, you are there to get original signatures. Therefore, you are witnessing that they are signing their documents. That's the job of the notary, okay. And for you who are going to be working as a hired notary, you need to learn to tell these little people that call you for notarizing documents, don't y'all sign those documents before I get there, because that's the whole purpose of you hiring me. My signature says I witness you sign that document. And if you sign that document before I get there, I'm not putting my stamp on it. I'm not, because I did not witness you signing it. Okay. And they be like, well, dude, I get people all the time, do they have to be there? Can I get their signature? And do they have to be there? Yes, they do. I have to witness them signing the document. So yes, they do. They have to be there. And they need to come with their ID. A photo ID. Yes, they do. Okay, and whatnot. So those are your jobs. You are a high-paying courier, taking those loan documents to them. Okay, and you are witnessing them sign that document. If they have this, I went and got this. Y'all, I got to get used to this green thing. I love it because I don't have to be dragging my little partition here, there, and everywhere in my house. So, but at the same time, see that? I'm disappearing. But anyway, let me put this paper down. This is a document that is from the little people that hired me to go. I did a job for them, and this lady just found me, okay? I did a job for her on yesterday. I got the fan over here, and I'm still sweating. Maybe because of this light. But I did a job for her on yesterday, and I'm doing a job for her tomorrow, okay? And so with your documents always come instructions. Okay, and you got to learn to read the instruction. I know I probably drove her crazy yesterday because I'm sitting there at the table and I'm texting her, asking her, what color ink are they signing this document? And she just sent it over blue. Guess what? It's on this. it's on this document. And I know she was probably thinking she didn't read the instructions. She did not. That's because I had a 3 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, and a 5 o'clock appointment. And I'm telling you, my little 4 o'clock didn't get there until 5. So, okay, you know I was late to the 5, right? Okay, and I was not happy. So anyway, let me read to you something that she says, okay, on her instructions. I was just reading this before I came on with you guys. And I was like, oh, look at there. You know, well, it might not be on this one. I'm sure it is. Let's see. Ta-da-ta-da-ta. No, it's not on this one. It's on the one. Let me see if it's still on mine. If I still got it up on my laptop. But what she said was, let me find it. It's actually on, it's on the confirmation letter. That's what it's on. It's not, this is the actual, I thought this was the confirmation letter, but, interesting. See how much paper they do? This is just crazy. Okay. Hold on. Let me find this. I guess I should have had it pulled up if when I actually decided that I would take time and read this, since I didn't take time and read it the first time. Go away, please go away. Okay, so here it is. I'll put this over here. On this letter that she sent me, let me read something that she said. Okay. Y'all, it looked like the same thing that I printed, that I said it wasn't. Anyway, I can't find it. But let me tell you what she says. She said, if they have questions, okay, have them call their loan officer. You're gonna stop the closing, and you're gonna have them call have them call their loan officer to get their question answered. And I say that all the time. That's what you need to do. Even if you know the answer, you are the notary. Don't mess with that financial stuff. Now, if they ask you about the first payment, when is their first payment, if they want to know about the interest rate, they want to know about the disbursement date, or any of that, or how much money, I want to see what they say that I need to bring to the table, and what. You need to know where you can find that information and show it to them. Now, if things go south from there, no, this is not what they told me. That's when you need to stop the closing and let them call their loan officer and talk about it. Because in actuality, they should have talked with their loan officer prior to you getting there. They should have already seen that closing disclosure, the final closing disclosure. The appointment that I went to yesterday, they told me, they said, no, we haven't seen anything. They just called us and went over the numbers over the phone without them having anything in front of them. So they just took their word. Imagine that. Yeah. So, but hey, that's you. But they was happy. They signed everything. Yeah, they ain't having a problem with anything. So, okay, back to y'all. Yada yada yada. What are the risks? Yeah. So those are the risks. There is that if you decide you want to get out of your lane and do something, they're gonna throw you under the bus, because first thing those little people are going to say is, well, that's what the notary said. The notary told me this. Notary CMH. I only tell you to sign this way and to initial that way. That's what I tell you. I'm not even finna try. They don't even pay me enough to play escrow officer and loan officer. So why would I want to do that? Okay. I'm already fussing about what they're paying me. So no, I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. Anywho, let's carry on, y'all. Yeah. I hope I answered your question, though, for real. Oh, stop. What are we responsible if people don't pay back? Huh? No, this is not. This is not like being an insurance agent, or I don't know if that's a thing with the realtors and whatnot, but I don't think so. But we're definitely not like like an insurance company where they will, they pay you your commission, for the full year. Because see, I used to be an insurance agent, and this is why I stopped being an insurance agent, because they give you commission for 12 months. But if the little people decide that they don't want to pay their insurance in month 6, you have to pay that money back. This is not that. Okay, this is not that. We don't have anything to do with that. We get paid and we move on. No, ain't nobody coming hunting us. No, no, it's not like that. We're not getting paid commission. We're getting no. Okay. Anyway, um, can we become both loan and notary? Okay, loan signing agent and notary signing agent is the same. It's the same thing. It's the same. Notary signing agent and loan sign. The only reason why it's up there on the screen like that is because, when you go over to the National Notary Association website, you're going to see notary signing agent. And then elsewhere, you might see loan signing. It's the same thing. I have come up with my own little title. I remember when I first did it, I know the girl that was doing my business card, she probably was like, what? So, yeah, no, that's the same thing. They're one in the same. Yeah, they're one in the same. Yeah, I'm sorry. See, now I'm gonna have to, do that differently because of that question right there. Yeah, that lets me know I have added confusion. I'm very interested in becoming a loan signing agent. I live in Tennessee. Do you know the steps for my state? No, but National Notary Association do know the steps for your state. So that's why listen, this is why I send everyone over to the National Notary Association. They're the expert in every state. They know, they've done the research for every state. That's why I send you that way. That's why a lot of people will send you over to the National Notary Association. At least they should. Anyway, because you can at least find out what your state requires of you to become a notary. And if you can't figure out by their website what it's going to take for you to become a loan signing agent, just call them. They would definitely talk to you and answer all your questions. But it's on their website. It is on their website. Yeah. Okay, what are the legalities associated with it? All right. Pretend like, hey, girlfriend. Tina, oh, God. You did not say bring Tina back. Okay, bring Tina back. All right. Go take a nap. Listen, can you expound on what you're trying to say about what are the legalities? Okay, yeah, what you said. Can you expound on that? She said, bring Tina back. We want Tina. That's too crazy. She said, where is Tina? Tina is still dealing with some Ike stuff. She's trying to deal with some Ike stuff. Okay. Just sent my application back. All right, what state are you in, Melanie? Yes, first time. Okay. I'm playing. But this ain't. For those of you who don't know what she's talking about, she's talking about my hat. I used to be Curly, and I called that hat Tina. And then there's another hat that I wear, and I call her Whoopi. I haven't come up with a name for this one. So, but I am really it kind of grows on you. But I do like curly, but better than I do straight. I do, because this hair just gets all in your eyes. I'm not with that program at all. Okay, your honesty is right. You see, I have learned to kind of laugh it in there, and try to be smart. Thank you. Okay, love your presentation. Thank you, thank you. Yes, you got it. Okay. All right. Bye bye. uh, okay. All right. Do you ever videotape your closing? Oh, baby, you can't videotape closings. That's a private thing. You are, no, you can't do that because you're not even supposed to bring anyone with you. I've had people that are just coming into this business, and what they want to do is, can I shadow you? You can't shadow me. We're going over these people's personal finances. Okay, it's a private showing. You can't. No, we can't do that. We can't video no closing appointments. No, just for confirmation of what took place. No. Now I'm gonna tell you, I had something. Are you a realtor? That's my question to you, my friend. Are you a realtor? I had a lady. I did a closing for. I want to say maybe a month ago, and she kept asking me. She was like, "Well, you're on Facebook?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm on Facebook." I'm thinking, what Facebook got to what did Facebook got to do with, my closing I have with you? And this wasn't the signer. This was, the person that hired me. And she said, "Well, I wanted to send you a friend request so we could FaceTime. If you have questions and whatnot." No, no. Cause see, if I was the borrower, if I was the signer, I'd be looking at you like this. What? What's happening? What's going on? No. Mm-mm. No, we're not doing any of that. No, you're not. Yeah, you are not supposed to print these people's documents. And I know people do it all the time. I've done it. Okay. But you're not supposed to print these documents at Office Depot or UPS or FedEx or anywhere outside your home. Okay? You're not supposed to do that because of their privacy. Okay? I mean, it's got their social security number on it. It's got their name, their addresses, all their financial stuff, where they work, and just the whole 9 yards. Yeah, you're not supposed to take family members, their children, dog. you're not supposed. You're not supposed to do any of that type of stuff, and absolutely no video recording. But why? But why? Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're not a realtor, okay? Yeah, the way they catch the mistakes is by having you scan the whole document back to them. That's their way of trying to catch the mistakes while you still have the package in your possession. Okay? So it will cost them less money, okay, if they caught that error, be it you missed a signature from the signers, or you forgot to sign or put your stamp somewhere, or maybe the signers forgot, you didn't get their initials on a document or something. I always try to explain to them that the dates need to be readable and legible, that's the word, legible. And whatnot. So I try to make sure that if they do make an error, that they can only line through one time and initial that, and then they can write over it and whatnot. But you can't do this little cross out, scratch out. stuff. You don't do that, and you definitely don't do what is that? Liquid paper, whiteout, or any of that stuff. These are legal documents. We can't do any of that. Okay, so I try to go over, all of that stuff before we start in on the closing. And a good thing for you to get in the habit of doing is you hand them a document, okay, for their signature. And when they hand it back to you, before you put it face down or however you're going to do that, you want to look at the document. This is my little thing. I hand them a document and I get a document. So while they're dealing with the document that they are, that I gave them, I am looking at what they gave me to make sure that they heard me correctly, because I know I don't speak proper grammar. And so I'm like, well, I want to make sure that they heard me, because listen, no, with all seriousness, seriously, they are nervous and you're nervous. And so, we're telling them at the beginning to be careful. You need to sign your name this way, or initial your name that way, and what. And that just kind of adds to their anxiety. I mean, even the little people that have done this time and time again, sometimes it adds to their anxiety and nervousness and whatnot. So they, they might make errors, and I've had that happen. I'm like, the documents will get back to title and they'll come back and go, they didn't, you didn't get a signature here. There's what is it? It is an addendum to the application, the loan application, where they have to sign it twice. There's like two spots on the old one. Anyway, there would be one up here and one at the very bottom, and it seemed like they will always miss one. Okay, and so they was like, yeah, you didn't get the signature for this one. I'm like, was I speaking Spanish, French, Italian, German? What happened? I know I told them. But, so I have, and you'll get into the routine too, because you want to make sure that everything is done right, so you won't have to go back and whatnot. So here I am. This is my routine. I tell them what the document is and where they need to sign, or if they need to fill in something on there and whatnot, and I hand it to them. And then whatever they had before, I take it and I look at it, and stuff, just to make sure that they did it the way I needed for them to do it. And then I put it in the pile and whatnot. And another thing that you need to do is, if you can't get in that routine, right off the bat, then what you might want to do is what everybody recommend that you do after you finish getting the signatures for all the documents. What you want to do before you leave, you go through those documents while you are there, page by page, to make sure that everything was done the way that it was supposed to be done. Okay. And you trying to catch everything. That's why a lot of the companies now is saying scan backs on all of their documents, because there's been too many errors. There's been way too many errors. There was this one company I used to do not a lot of documents from them. I would do the ones that didn't require scan back. That's what I did. Well, guess what? Now all of a sudden, all of them, every last one of their lenders want scan backs. And I'm like, golly, are they trying to put me out of business? What's the deal? Because for the amount of money, and they didn't up the price. They didn't up the fee that they're paying us for that scan back. So I'm like, I'm not doing 2 sets of documents, and your documents is this thick, and I'm printing out 2 sets of those, and now you want me to come back home and scan all those documents back to you. What did I ever do to you? I didn't do anything to do. But what's happening is, you know, people, the new notaries, yes, I'm throwing y'all under the bus. I'm blaming everything on y'all. The new notaries are coming in. I should say there's a lot of notaries that are coming into the industry and they are not paying attention. They're not reading. They're not taking time doing this and what and stuff. And so it's costly. It's costing them money. So now a lot of the companies are requiring scan backs on all of their documents. And the ones that are not making errors, we're feeling the pinch on that. It's frustrating and whatnot. And I'm just saying, I'm not finna do all that. Not for an extra what. I'm like, no, I'm gonna let somebody else do those, because yeah, so okay. Yeah, but that's what the scan backs are for, is to catch errors. Can you share the websites to join as a notary? I did. It's on a video on my TikTok channel. I think somebody else asked me that question earlier. Yeah, that's a video that is, yeah, gotten a lot of hits because I have shared some. You may be, you're so welcome. I love to laugh. I crack myself up, okay? Thank you for your honest advice. People don't share the real information. And you know, you're gonna get in and you're gonna be like, what in the world? She didn't tell me all of this stuff, you know, and whatnot. Yeah. It can be frustrating. It can be, you know, tiring. Yeah, and whatnot. But I'm telling you, this is like one of the best things that God blessed me with. I enjoy it. It's frustrating sometimes. As a matter of fact, you know, me and my little mentors, we get together and we just vent to each other. And this is how the phone call always ends. Okay, girl, you know we ain't got nothing to complain about, for real. But we do complain after we finish complaining. Because don't you feel good after you vent to somebody about something and whatnot, and then you go, yeah, we don't have anything to complain about, not for real. So, yeah, you're welcome, though. I was thinking about all the sensitive information. We've got to guard that information, yeah. And, you know, one of the things that I try to do is I seal my documents in the mailer before I leave the closing table. They watch me seal it, okay? Especially when I've collected money, okay? They watch me seal it, okay? Yeah, and you know, I try to do everything that I possibly can to make them feel comfortable and to make them feel like they can trust me, because they don't know me for real. You know, and whatnot. So I try to make them feel comfortable and they can trust me, you know, with their information and all of that. I know on my laptop, it has a whatever protector on it, where it protects my documents and the emails going in and out. You know, some of the little companies, they send you a secure email and whatnot, and sometimes I have problems opening it, and I have to call them and say, can you just send that over to me in a PDF file, because my email is protected. It's already protected, so it's okay for you just send it to me directly. And they was like, oh, okay, yeah, we can send it to you directly, yeah, and stuff. So anyway, but yeah, we really have to protect that information. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what time it is. Okay. I don't know what time I got on with you guys. Y'all came with the questions. Okay, because normally I'd be having to sit up here and, you know, share stories and, you know, about my life, little signings and, you know, and stuff. But y'all don't feel, now this is what I'm talking about. Question and answer. Let's just get to it. All right, let's see. Yeah. So yeah, for those of you your first time, here with me and you're not following me, go ahead and hit that follow button. All my videos are going to populate over to your follow page and you'll be able to watch them. And y'all, it just really, really blessed me. I'm talking about late in the middle of the night. I see people, you the same little face just going one after the other, one after the other, just loving all the videos, and I was like, God, who is this, and whatnot, and it just really, really blessed me that you guys do that, because I try to answer most of the questions, the most asked question through a video, and I try to provide you guys with some other information that you would need, those of you who are actually going to embark upon this journey, and whatnot. Other stuff that you need as for setting up and operating as an independent contractor, and as stuff come to me, I try to do it. Y'all, sometimes I'll be up here waiting on the daylight, on the daylight. I'm like, God, I gotta wait for the daylight to come in so that I can shoot this, do this little TikTok to give them this information, like that one I did this morning about checking the ID. And I said, did y'all know that the National Notary Association has their own little YouTube channel? And I said, but they do, so you might want to head over there and just binge watch over there and learn some stuff and whatnot. So one of the videos, I just did a little clip it because I was scared to show y'all the whole thing, and just did a little bit where they're talking about how you check the IDs, okay? Because I don't think any of us actually do it right. I don't think so. Now you got some people that are very high strung, and they're gonna do everything to the letter. And I think both of my mentors are like that. Well, you got to do it like this. Sometimes I hate calling this because I'm like, I just have one little bitty question, and she gonna keep me on the phone for 2 hours. I just know. But anyway, yeah, I love them just the same. Yeah, but anyway, but I was scared to play the entire thing. So please go over there and absorb that information so that you will be able to know, a valid ID and a false one, because people are stealing people's identity. And you don't want to get caught up in that, because the first thing they're going to say, I told you, they're going to blame it on the notary because you were supposed to check that ID. Okay? And listen, this is the reason why they ask you to get a copy of the IDs. Sometimes they ask you to get one form of ID and two forms of ID. And, what I have gotten in the habit of doing is asking the borrowers to have a copy ready for me so that I can send it back with the documents. That's the proof to the title company and the lenders that we check the IDs. Now, a lot of companies, when y'all get into the real good companies, that don't have so much paperwork, but they still pay well, they ain't gonna ask you to be doing all that. They'll provide a document for you to document, and these people do too, but they want you to also have a copy, okay? But the other ones, they don't bother with trying to make copies. They just want you to document it, and you have to sign that this is the information and whatnot. And you guys need to make sure you keep a journal, even if your state says you don't have to. That right there, if you ever get where you have to go to court or anything over something, you're gonna wish you had a journal, okay, showing that you checked the IDs and all of that and stuff. So that was something else I was going to tell y'all about those IDs. Military ID. FYI, just in case you don't know, you can research it, but I'm almost positive you cannot make copies or even use your camera to take a picture of a military ID. And a lot of military people don't know that, okay? But I believe it to be true, seeing how I am a veteran. I don't. The only people I show my military ID to is people out on the base. Okay, when out here in what we call civilian world, I'd show my driver's license as my ID, and I get to people. I get to the closing table a lot. And a lot of people, I have asked for 2 forms of ID, told them what 2 forms of ID I needed, and I get to the closing table and they're still pulling out that military ID. And I'm like, oh, thank you for your service, but can I have your driver's license, please? And whatnot, and they just take their little thing back and their little military ID. I was like, yeah, I just need your driver's license. That'll be good. Thank you for your service, though, and whatnot. So, yeah, you're not supposed to do that with the military ID. So that's how you handle that. Thank them for their service and ask for that driver's license. Yes, okay. You should really. Oh, okay. Hey, Missy. Yeah. You should really. What was it I was about to say about that? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what I was about to say. But yeah, just know that you can't do that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Okay, Missy, you said, hey, Marty, thank you. Okay, you said, what kind of printer and how much does it cost to start up? What is the average you get paid? Yeah, you're a realtor. You just come with bullet point questions. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, all right, so the kind of printer, they prefer you to have laser printer, okay, and they prefer you to have dual tray. And the reason why you're a realtor, you know about dual tray. But what I tell people is that if they can't afford a dual tray, they can use one tray and just print their documents on legal paper. All the documents on legal paper, okay. And I have told them not to print them double-sided, only single side, yeah, and stuff. Okay, the cost of the startup is going to vary from state to state because, like I was telling them, the National Notary Association charges each state a different fee. Okay, what they base that on, I have no idea. But they do. They charge them a different fee. You can go onto their website and you can just click on the different states. You're going to click on become a signing agent, and then there is a tab up at the oh, you can't see my hand. Up at the top where you can it's a drop down button. You're going to click on it for the state. And so you can kind of play with it, and you'll notice that the packages are different. The dollar value is different from state to state for whatever the reason. I have no idea. And then the other thing that is different from state to state is how much it costs for you to become a notary. Okay, some states require that you take an exam. Okay, here in Alabama, at least where I am, they don't require us to take an exam. A notary, they're going to test you, they're going to require you to go through a notary course, and you have to take an exam to pass to be commissioned as a notary. Here in where I am, Montgomery, Alabama, they didn't do that with me. So when I went over to the National Notary Association to take my loan signing certification course, the first thing they had me do was take a Notary 101 course. Okay, see, that's how valuable, that's how important that basic notary information is. And So you gotta have it. You just gotta have it. So these little people here in Montgomery that become notaries, and they haven't been through a course, and they're out there notarizing. That's kind of scary. It really is to me. And I have encountered it with several people that don't know, certain things. And me being a notary, going there for them to notarize my documents, I've had to correct them on several things. Like the gentleman who wanted to stamp my document and do the stamp, and then turn around and do the embosser. But why? That's the question the other day. Why you do that? Why you notarize my document twice? Why you stamp my document? Like, what? What just happened? Oh, some people just want it like that. So pick one. Can you please pick one? And preferably the stamp. And the reason why we do the stamp is because we scan documents. So you do that embosser, you have to shade it in to make sure that it shows up when you scan. So in this industry, we use the stamp, okay? Let's see, what was so, there's several different variables from state to state. So it's really hard for me to even tell you what a startup cost is or could possibly be. And I ain't gonna let y'all throw me under the bus like that. You find out in your state they charge you. This is what happened to me with my friend out in California. I don't think he was really going to sign up and do this. I think he just wanted to see how much it possibly cost me to start up. You know how men are and whatnot. And so I remember him going onto the National Notary Association. He's out there in California, and he was like, he doesn't curse or anything. I can't remember what that little crazy word was that he used. He was like, gee whiz, I haven't even started or did anything, and I'm already up to $800. Oh my God, and whatnot. So it's different, and I know I didn't pay $800 here in Alabama for what I had to get, through the NNA and whatnot. So I was like, what? Are you serious? He's like, yes, sister. What you doing? So there's different variables. Another person DM'd me too. I want to say they were from Maryland. And they told me that Maryland requires them to get their title, what was it? Title certificate or title something. And it's not title insurance. It's title, man, it's right on the top of my head. But anyway, that's an extra credential for them that is not required over here in Alabama for me. So that's why I send everybody over to the National Notary Association, because they've done their homework of what is required from state to state to become a notary, and to what it will cost you if you go through their program to be to take their loan signing certification course. Okay, so I think let's see. And what is the average? Oh, what is the average? I told y'all I got to get used to this green screen. Okay, what is the average you get paid? Okay, so this is one of the things that I try to share with you guys here on my whatever, my little TikTok page, channel, whatever. That just because you are new doesn't mean that you can't get paid the big bucks. Okay, the only reason why you're not is because you don't know that you can. Okay, you just have to know. Okay, you just have to know that all you have to do is ask. Now you might not get it, but you will never know if you don't ask for it. Okay, and whatnot. So that too, it varies from people to people, and just from people to people. You're going to get a different answer every time. I was strolling through TikTok. I think this was last night, and I ran across it. Y'all, I'm trying not to laugh, but laughing is just what I do. When I'm yeah. So I was strolling through TikTok, and I seen this one person. Was it TikTok? No, it was actually Instagram. I had just finished listening to somebody, and I headed over to their Instagram page, and I was looking at what they was advertising, that you can get paid. Now they was talking about like the paychecks and whatnot, but right here on mine, it gives you like an annual amount. So they was talking about like anywhere between $60 and $250, or I don't even think they went up that high, and whatnot. But I'm here to tell you that I have gotten paid, okay, 150 per closing, 175 per closing, $200 a closing, I should say a closing, and whatnot, or for closing. Okay, so and I've also have gotten paid $300 for a closing, just one. Okay, and whatnot. So it depends on, you have to know how to negotiate those fees. Okay, and you will have to get to the point where if you're confident in the fact that just because they said no, not everyone is going to give you that no. Okay, just because they said no, that don't mean you need to decrease your fees. You just need to wait for the one person, the one company that is going to say yes, we'll pay you that, and whatnot. And what I tend to do, when somebody call me and we get to talking about fees, I tend to repeat to them what they are asking me to do. Okay, like the one I'm going to tomorrow. Like the one I'm going to tomorrow, the lady called me. She said, I got another closing for you. I was like, oh, that's nice. And she said, it's in this place. I was like, oh, really? And it's in my service area, but I haven't been down that way in quite some time. And she said, yeah, it pays. And she was really proud of this, y'all. She said, it pays X amount of dollars. And I was like, she said, is that okay? But of course it's not okay. And so I'm telling her, I said, okay, let's go through this. Okay, it's going to take me X amount of time to get there. Because she said the hours right. I said, but yeah, it's going to take me X amount of time to get there. I'm going to probably spend an hour there at the most, an hour there with them. And then I have to make that same journey back to my house, okay? And and you want me to print 2 sets of copies. And okay, what are you asking for? And I told her, she said, oh yeah, we can do that. So, you just got to know. And if you don't know how it goes, you're going to lose at the game, and whatnot. And a lot of us, that's what's happening, is we're coming in to the game, but we don't know the rules to the game or how to play the game. If you want to, I'm just using game because I don't know no other way of saying it. Okay, you just got to learn the process. You got to learn how to do it. And I'm telling you, every time I go through that with someone, okay, they go, yeah. I had one of my regulars. He was going, ooh, that sounds crazy, didn't it? I had one of the companies that called me on a regular. How about that? They sent me out of Montgomery County, and he did the same thing. Well, sure, this is how much we're paying for this. I was like, oh, okay, really? Well, it's outside of my county, and it's going to take me X amount of time to get there. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do it. But you just got to know, and this is what I'm trying to arm you guys with. It's with knowledge. Okay, and so you got to build your confidence, because if you're hanging around the people that are telling you, hey, that's a good fee and whatnot, and you just gotta know. You just gotta know. So I don't. Yeah, this is why I try to tell people. I don't try to rob people. I'm not trying to rob you. What you got to learn how to do is not to outprice yourself out of business. Okay, and I learned that from somebody else in a different industry and whatnot. He said, Cheryl, you're going to outprice yourself out of business. So I'm trying to tell you, okay. He was trying to get me to get up and go do some. He said, so you're not doing anything. Just get on up and drive and do this for me and come on back and whatnot and stuff, and yeah. And so he said, you're gonna outprice yourself out of business. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. It's okay to ask for, start high, but you got to have your starting point, and then your I'm not gonna be able to do this little green screen. But then you got to have, what you can live with. Jack McCoy on Law and Order. Y'all know I love Law and Order. Well, maybe y'all don't know. I love Law and Order. And Jack, the original Law and Order. Jack McCoy said, I can live with that. I might have to start taking that and saying that with these little companies when we settle on a price. I can live with that. So, yeah, so you got to find a happy place. You got to find a happy place, I could have asked for, a little bit more, but I want this lady to keep calling me, So, yeah, I can live with that. Okay. All right. I hope I answered your question. Y'all see I'm kind of, hey, Mature 55. She done popped in. Yeah, I don't know why you keep popping in so late. Can you explain which is better to apply to the RS for LLC or EI? You're going to go to the IRS website for the EIN. I actually had somebody else do my LLC, but I'm thinking they went to the Secretary of State website. But you can research that. You're a smart cookie. Okay, you are so welcome. Good night. Good night. All right, she's probably already gone. She probably left 10 minutes ago. Okay, all right, y'all. I said our power, and how do I get my business? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how. Okay. How do I get my business? My name is on different notary website where the lenders and the title people and the lenders and the signing companies come, and they're looking for people in my area and whatnot. And so a lot of them find me and they just call me. Some of those places, they do an email blast or a text blast and whatnot. There's other different companies that I've signed up with. They have their own app that they send out a blast through the app, and you just have to grab the job really quickly. And stuff. So, and there's other people that find me through, Google business page, Google reviews, Yelp, and whatnot. Yeah. So that's how it goes. Yeah. And this is the rule of thumb. If you are not getting business in, then you need to continue to be seeking out companies to sign up with. Okay, I've been doing this is year 4 for me, and me and my mentor, the one over in the Carolinas, and she's been doing this for many years. I want to say at least 20 years. Okay, and she and I both was thinking this year, I'm talking about a couple of months ago, that we needed to be booming up business. And when we was like, yeah, stuff is slow. Now I'm doing pretty good. I'm where I want to be. But sometimes I be like, dog, I ain't heard from him. My little sound go off in quite some time. You know, have I been fired from this company or that company or whatever? You know, but in this business, your you have your good seasons. You know, where we're busy, where we're busy, and then there's other times when we're just slow. We're just slow. So that's why you got to always have other business, other business money, other avenues of streams of income if you plan on doing this full time, you know, and whatnot. So I'm comfortable where I am now. You know, like I said, you know, I'm on call for these little people here in Montgomery County, and sometimes I wish my phone wouldn't ring and stuff. And you know, and I have some other little stuff that I do, you know, process server stuff that I do. I have like two really good companies in that industry that keeps me really busy. They keep me real busy too. So, but both of those, I'm able to work around my loan signing agent, loan signing business. Okay, my loan signing business take priority over those two, and so I just work around them. Yeah, you know, work all that other stuff around those appointments. So that's how I do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, you are so welcome. Okay, thank you. I'm just trying to make sure. Do you have to be bonded with? I think she's gone already. The realtor. I think the realtor is gone already. Yeah, but for those of you that seen her question, yes, you have to be bonded with errors and omissions. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, I did that. We getting ready to get out of here. I know a lot of y'all already gone. I don't know what made me think I can jump on here just for an hour. Just for an hour. This girl. She messing me about my Tina. I'm missing Tina too, y'all. I'm missing Tina too, so don't be surprised. But at the same time, I'm actually loving this look. I really am. So, yeah. Okay, so you guys know how, well, a lot of you probably don't know how I close out. I always close out with thanking you so much for taking out your time to be over here with me as I share some knowledge with you guys. And I hope that you will be blessed in this industry as I have been blessed in this industry. Okay, thank you for following me, for going over to the YouTube channel and subscribing over there. Don't forget to hit the notification button so you'll know when I put something over there. And thank you for sharing all the videos and videos over there on the YouTube channel. Just thank you. I do not take you for granted. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, and y'all have a good night. I see another message came in. Not 5. What 5 come in? Oh, okay. You are fine. Is it a good career for single moms? You can work. Thank you for the roses. You can work it around your schedule. So yeah, is process serving dangerous? No. I haven't had any problems. I really haven't had any problems. Believe it or not, and a lot of people, even I didn't know this. Okay. When I first became a notary, like I said, a lot of people go to the notary databases looking for people to do stuff that is non-loan signing agent stuff, non-notary stuff. And so this gentleman that I have been working with since, 2018, January 2018, okay, he sent out an email blast, and at the time I was working 3 jobs. And I was at one of my jobs, and I had the phone in my face, so I seen it when it came over. And he explained to us, he didn't say it was process server. he said, hey, this is what I'm looking for. We have 2 companies in your area that we provide documents to. What we'll do, I will email you the documents. You will drop them off at those 2 companies. These are businesses, okay? You would drop them off at those businesses, and then you would come back and you would upload that data. We have to I have to upload who I gave it to, give a description of them. I have to give them the date and the time, okay, when I drop it off. So he set me up in the database. I just come back home, I put that information in, and boom, bam, my job is done. So I did not know that was process service serving documents to different companies. And those are the safe ones, because you're just going in, finding out who can, who can accept the documents. And whoever it is, you just hand it off to them and keep walking and whatnot. But this other company that found me, something happened to their person here in Montgomery, and they called me. And I think they got it from that guy that sent me on that journey. He told me to get up and you don't want to miss out on your money and stuff. I think he was the one that gave them my name and number. But anywho, that happened maybe a couple of months ago. And when I tell you, I be running around here Monday through Friday trying to get my act together, because I know come 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, they're going to start sending documents my way for me to print off and take different places. The mass majority of them are companies, but I do have to deal with some individuals. But we work really well together. If I run into a roadblock trying to get somebody served, they'll send me over a picture. My point of contact, he'll give me advice. There was this one lady, we have been to her old business office, which we didn't know was her old business office until I got there and someone else was there. And I don't proceed to go anywhere else unless they tell me to. So I just let them know, hey, these people, she's not here, somebody else is in this building, and they've been here for X amount of time. They're like, oh, okay. So they go back to their client, tell them what I said, and they have to provide us with a different address. So they did. Okay, so, and I went there, and she wasn't there either. And so we threw it back at them. They sent another address. Well, she wasn't there either. And so sent that back. And sent another address, and she wasn't there either. And next thing I know, they sent me her home address. Well, lo and behold, I've been there 3 times. And I was like, and that's what they get, 3 attempts, and whatnot. And so, so I'm keeping them posted on what's going on. And the guy said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to just leave her a note. Leave her a note somewhere where she can see it. And so I did. I wrote her a note asking her to call me. I just said, hey, such and such, let her know it was directed. This is for you, hanging attached to your drive, your driveway, your door, your garage door, and whatnot. I said, yeah, this is such and such. I have a package for you. And he told me, he said, yeah, if she don't call you by the end of the week, then just throw it back. Well, she called me yesterday. And she said, yeah, I got your note. She didn't know I was process server. She said, yeah, I got your note. Did you have a package for me? I said, yes, ma'am. When can I bring it to you? And she said, yeah, I'll be here from this time. I said, well, I'm going to get there at 3 because I already have a 4 o'clock and a 5 o'clock. So I'm going to need to get there promptly at 3. And I did. And I gave her her package. And I told her I was a process server and whatnot and stuff. And I mean, they're normally pretty good. A lot of the people, they already know. They're expecting. A lot of times they know. They know. Now, you do have some that for real be playing hide and go seek. But, and that's why I don't like chasing people. Because some of these people are really good. I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't know if the person that asked me this is still... Are you still here that asked me about this? while I'm just carrying on about this process server. But yeah, let me tell you about this guy. You still here? Okay, good. Let me tell you about this one job assignment. This guy, and I think the first time I went, I was totally at the wrong house. Yes, I was totally at the. I'm taking pictures, and it dawned on me at some point. I was like, just hey, this what is going on? And so, as the one of the times I went back, because like I said, they get 3 attempts. So I went back, and this guy seen me get out of my car, and he seen me get out of my car, and I seen him come across the intersection, and he pulled up and parked at the corner. Well, there's nothing at the corner. That was the only thing on the corner there was this field, like where a house used to be. Okay, and so Shirley, what are you doing? Okay, and so he's sitting there in his truck, eating his lunch and just looking. And I was thinking, okay, why is this guy looking at me? So I walked up to him as I was going to take a picture of the street sign, because you have to prove to them that yes, you have been to this location. Because so many people, they'll say they went, but they didn't actually go. So I like to show proof that, hey, this is attempt 1, picture, and I take it that, attempt 1 is taken in one direction, attempt 2 is taken in a different direction, so they'll know that, hey, this is different, same place, different day, and whatnot. So I'm taking these pictures, and as I'm walking past him, I said, he asked me what I was doing, and he's just eating and whatnot. And I said, well, I'm looking for this address. And he just looked at me and just chewing. He was like, oh, okay. And when I finally figured out what house it was, y'all know it was him. The guy I was looking for, was him on the street corner, okay? And because he knows somebody's trying to serve him documents for whatever reason and stuff, and he is ducking and hiding. And he knew I didn't know what he looked like, and he just took advantage of that. And so I never did get him served. Because by the time I figured out where house he was at, I had to start over, going, attempt 1, attempt 2 on the new place. And I told them, I said, you know what? This doesn't look like where he lives. This looked like a business and whatnot and stuff. And the little person, and this was the other thing, somebody next door seen me. I was taking pictures, because I'm taking pictures to let them know, hey, I'm here, and I'm trying to be, like Nancy Drew. Taking these pictures on the slide and whatnot. And this guy came from next door. He was like, hey, who are you? What you doing? I said, well, I'm looking for this guy. Well, now y'all know I don't know what he looks like. So as it goes on, it's 2 of them. And I don't think it was the same person in the truck, but I really didn't know for sure. But the way he was carrying on, I was like, yeah. Well, anyway, I threw it back, and they haven't come back to me. So I was like, I just don't know about that one. But yeah, they can play games on you and stuff. But I don't like chasing people for that purpose. Okay, because businesses, you can just go on the first attempt and you get it done and you go on your way. But when you got these little people, that just want to duck and hide, it's crazy. I went to a furniture store to serve documents on this guy, and his little employees didn't. They was being a they was the gatekeepers. And when I tell you they weren't giving him up for nothing in the world. I know he was there. But they was not giving him up for nothing in the world. So the second time I went back, I don't think they remembered me. And I did it a different way. And so the lady seen me walk in. I didn't have the document being revealed. And I said, yeah, I'm looking for such and such. Oh, he's in the back. Come on. So, yeah, and he comes out, and I said, well, you know, I have some documents I'm trying to serve you. I'm a process server. And his eyes got so big and wide and whatnot. And he said, you went to my house. Then you was in the service. Yeah, y'all, he had cameras everywhere at his house. But it didn't look like nobody lived there. But for him to say that he seen my car on his cameras, that was confirmation to us that that was actually his house. But it didn't look like anybody lived there and whatnot. He said, yeah, I seen you on the camera. So it can be fun and games and stuff, but a lot of times I'd be like, you know what, I don't want to be bothered with these little people. But one of the things that they have taught me about people, you know, when I have to chase people, is to wait for the weekend. He said, if it's not a rush, then just push it to the weekend. And so, and life has been really good with me in that area from that, because I catch them at home just like that on the first try, you know, when I go on Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. So anyway, it's just another little something that gets me out of the house and, yeah, have a little fun too. Yeah. So anywho, y'all, let's go. Okay, wait a minute. Somebody said something. Hello. What's your recommendation to getting multiple clients for signing services? You're just gonna have to keep applying. You're an independent contractor, and you're just gonna have to keep requesting, making those phone calls and requesting, you know, to join their notary team, their mobile notary team. Or, you know, a lot of people don't know what loan signing agent is, y'all. So you can say, and I dare y'all to try this. Call one of those little people and ask them, and ask them about, you know, introduce yourself as a loan signing agent and see how many of them know what a loan signing or notary signing agent is. Okay, so if you don't want nobody looking at you like you're crazy, just say, hey, I'm a mobile notary and I have loan signing experience. Okay. So anywho, yeah. What's your confirmation that you serve the papers? What you mean? What do you mean? What's your confirmation that you serve the papers? The company that is just really loading me down with work on a daily, they have a checklist, okay, for their process servers. And so you know, we just document who we gave it to. We have to give a description of the information, and, you know, the date and the time that we served it, and I always sign mine. And then I just take a photo shot of that or scan, and I email it back to them, and they're good. Now, the other guy, you know, because his stuff just go to businesses, I do the same thing, but I come here versus taking a picture of his document. I just data enter it into his portal. And, you know, they're really good, because if I drag my feet with getting that thing done, they'll just go ahead and do it for me. They'll either text me or email me or whatever requesting the information, his secretary will put it in for me. But for the most part, I just come back and I do it and be done with it. Now, there are others that require me to do an affidavit of proof of service. And so I do that, and those for the most part needs notarization. So I normally take those over to the UPS to get them notarized. Yeah. And anytime I have to get do a notarization, I charge them extra because UPS charges me $10, and I tell them that. I was like, oh, you need notarization, your return of service or proof of service need notarization. If they say yes, I'm like, okay, it's going to be an extra $10 because that's what UPS charges me. You know, I at one point in time I was using my little backup notary girl, and yeah, she was charging me like I charge, any old Joe. And I was like, I can't be paying you that. So I was like, let me just head on over to UPS and get this done. Yeah, but yeah, the proof of service is what we have to complete. Yeah. Yeah, Felicia, you just have to keep plunging at it, girl. Okay, you knew. I mean, you're up against all these other people that have been around for a while, and all these people that have been around for a while, and the newbies and whatnot. But y'all, listen. Don't get stressed out about that. If you're not getting work, that means you just need to keep drumming up work. That means you got to keep, if it's just like a regular job. If you are not getting any calls for interviews, and job offers, that means you got to keep hunting. You got to keep hunting. Now, I can tell you this, that even though you sign up with a company and they take your application and whatnot, that doesn't mean that they do business where you are. Okay. But what they'll do, if they have business in your area, you'll be amongst the notaries that would get the notification. They'll either call you directly. That's what normally happens with these people that don't have a lot of business in the area, in your area. When they do have business and you have already made contact with them, you'll probably be the only one that they be calling. So you just never know. It's just a matter of time, just waiting it out. And it might take a while because, and when they do call you, you're going to be like, who? And then, the more they talk, you're going to be going, golly, I did that when I first came on board and whatnot. That's because, somebody has ventured into your service area probably for a temporary stay. Like this lady, I'm going to take care of her stuff tomorrow. She's not from Alabama. The lady told me today she's got a 4-hour drive from wherever she's coming from. She's not from here, but she's coming. I think they're going down to a camp ground for something. I have no idea what and whatnot. I'm just going down there to make my money and come on back and stuff. But yeah, she's got a 4-hour drive. I don't have that far to go. I don't have that far to go and stuff. But so she's just coming in for however long, and then she's going back from wherever she come from, and stuff. So, and I get a lot of that. I did a couple of ones not too long ago where people was up here from Florida, and and so. I remember this one, the title people, they was really pissed with them because they did not tell them that they was leaving. They was leaving Florida, going, I don't know if they was just here on vacation or what the deal was, but she was like, you know what, these little people, they did not let me know that they was not going to be available for this close, and now they way up there and I had to find you. You can charge them whatever you want to charge them. I do not care. I've already forewarned them that they might have to pay really well because I'm having to find a notary all of a sudden in Montgomery, Alabama. She was hot. She was Now, y'all, I got my fair share, but I didn't rob them, not at all. I'm not into robbing people, but I am into getting my fair share. I am. So, Yeah, it's just really funny. But yeah, that's what you have to do. I have a foot. You can work. Yeah, you can work whenever you want to work. I mean, because remember, just like you, you know, people are working, and like yesterday, my appointment was at 5, and I'm almost positive it's because both of them work, okay, and whatnot. So I have had appointments as early as 6, 7, and as late. Once upon a time, I don't do this anymore. Okay, as late as 7. Okay, I don't do. Well, yeah, I've done a handful of 8 o'clock appointments. Um, and when I get them that late, I can almost bet that the people that I am going to be doing their closing for is in the medical field. And 99% of the time, I am absolutely correct. And when I tell you that they are so appreciative that they was able to get somebody to come out at that time. Okay, because you know nurses work 12-hour shift. You know they work like 7 to 7, but for real they be there until like 8 or 9, and not because they got to get their documentation done. I've worked in the medical field. Okay, so and that was one of the things I was like, just like substitute teaching. When I'm done, I'm walking out of the door. Okay, I was a CNA. I ain't have no documentation. I have to enter. When it's quitting time, I'm walking. I'm heading, making a beeline to my car and whatnot. Those little nurses, they still got their notes they got to put in and what else they got to do. So yeah, and there's another group of people too, people that work in restaurant business. I did a couple of people, couples that are you know have like the what do you call it? What do you call that? Chinese food. Chinese food. They own Chinese restaurants. Yeah. And whatnot and stuff. And so they didn't get home until late. Okay. Yeah. So there is, you know, a bunch of people that is working late, and so that's the only time they can do their appointment, or you know they got to go in kind of early, so they're trying to do it before they go to work. And then there are those people who schedule stuff on Saturday and Sunday, and when I tell you, especially Sunday, these people are very much appreciative when you can come out on Sunday. Now we've gotten into football and basketball season, so I don't know. But you know, they always are saying, "Oh, I am just so thankful. I just didn't think we was gonna be able to get anybody to come out on a Sunday." You know, girl, I got so much Jesus in me. My mom and dad started early. And you still wondering, maybe I should go to church. My mom and dad. You know, my thing is, you know, I ain't gonna get started on that. But, you know, I make sure I am constantly, not constantly, because, you know, I have to do Law and Order and SNAP and but I do make sure I have my praise and worship time, and I do my Bible study. You know, my car is pretty much, you know, my little mobile church and whatnot. So yeah, but you know, for me the important thing is application. You know, a lot of times, you know, we go to church forever and ever, but we don't know how to walk and look. But like I said, I want to talk about that. Let's see what y'all doing. Okay. Yeah, hello, what is your recommendation? Yeah, just started. What is your recommendation again? Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, so I think I'm all caught up with that. Y'all, let's get out of here. I think I've been on for like 2 hours now. See how this happens? All right, so I see y'all in there because I've already did my closing, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm tired. Okay. I'm just going to say thank you for everything. And I'll see y'all in the next video or the next live. All right. Bye-bye. Y'all be safe.